Welcome back to Liberty Nation TV. This is your host, Scott Cosenza, and I'm here with Chief Political Correspondent for LibertyNation.com, Graham Noble. Graham, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure, Scott.
So I think at first, I don't know if this is a political question or it's an etiquette question. We talked a lot about the tearing up of the speech, and I'm going to read you. I'm going to read everybody a text message that you sent me last night about it, which is, we just witnessed something that will not be forgotten for a very long time. Nancy Pelosi's tearing up of her copy of Trump's State of the Union is more consequential than she understands. So firstly, I'll ask you, did that tearing up was it a quid pro quo with Trump refusing to shake her hand in the initial moments of the chamber?
I did notice, of course, the way Trump quickly turned away from the speaker after he handed her her copy of his address. She did kind of go to put out her hand, and he turned away, and she raised her eyebrows. But I'm not sure that the tearing up of the speech was a reaction to that. I believe that was a pre-planned thing.
What are your thoughts on the tearing up of the speech? You are a latecomer to America in your life, right? So you didn't grow up with the State of the Union like some of us did. You're an immigrant to this country. What's your reaction to her acts?
Well, of course, in my neck of the woods where I come from, the Parliament is pretty rowdy at all times and not very civil quite a lot of the time as well. But the House of Commons, at least. But it's not the kind of thing you expect. I think in a State of the Union, certainly all the State of the Unions I've watched have all been. They've all had a little more decorum about them. I think my personal view is it's enormously symbolic of the complete contempt for which Nancy Pelosi and pretty much everybody in her party has for this president, and I think it was very consequential. I mean, I think it was a seemingly small thing, but to me, symbolically did a huge amount of damage to the very institution of Capitol Hill.
Well, I appreciate that was your takeaway, that it was damaging to the institution. I thought it was damaging politically to her. And what I mean by that is Democrats are going to have to convince some significant portion of Americans who don't hate Donald Trump. I mean, we have the Donald Trump lovers who they'll never get to vote, presumably, for the Democrat nominee. And we've got the Donald Trump haters who presumably will never vote for Donald Trump for re-election. But there's a vast quantity of people who will choose the next president who neither love nor hate Donald Trump. And when they see her doing that, especially on the heels of a speech which was relatively devoid of, hate compared to what a politician can deliver, is this going to be a political winner or loser for Nancy and the Democrats?
Oh, I absolutely think, I do completely agree with what you're saying there, Scott, because there's a lot of people in this country, the unaffiliated voters, the independents, if you like, and a lot of those people are actually quite reasonable purely because they're not as partisan as the two sides are, and a lot of those kind of people, I strongly believe, want to see our leaders in all three branches of government behave with a certain amount of respect and civility. And I think, a lot of them, when they saw that speech getting torn up like that, I'm sure that they were shaking their heads and thinking, what is wrong with this woman?
Okay, well, that was at the very end. You had an hour and a half to digest the speech before that. What were your impressions of the speech? What was the high points, the low points, and most interesting takeaways from you for it?
Well, I did read one headline this morning. I can't remember which media source it came from, but I did notice a headline this morning that likened this State of the Union speech to a reality show. They basically said that Trump had turned the State of the Union into a reality show, and I kind of certainly think it had that air about it, with the soldier, surprising his wife and children. So there was a little bit of an air of kind of I don't know, almost like a television game show. But I thought the speech itself was very good. It did lack partisanship. But yeah, definitely I thought there were the highlights were some of the guests that were there. I thought really made
Well,
it special.
yeah, Trump didn't invent that, but maybe he's mastered it, right?
Right.
I'm not sure who the first president was to start calling out people in the gallery, but
Yeah. Well, at least he's not asking them to come on down to the stage and
okay, that's right. Yes, at least not for this State of the Union. We'll see if he has any more
Yeah.
any more to come. For LibertyNation.com, thanks so much for joining us, Graham Noble. This is Scott Cosenza. Bye-bye.
Hi, folks. Lisa K. Donner here, editor-in-chief of LibertyNation.com. We hope you enjoyed watching this video, maybe even learned a thing or two. If so, please take a moment and subscribe to our YouTube channel right down there in the corner. Thanks so much.